stages just to get 7 special rings.
I very much doubt they're going to go
area
that
you can just.
Why do you think people consider Sonic Advance 2 the worst of the 3?
They're not going to go that route. For one thing, it's a downloadable game, so they're not going to feel the same obligation to fluff the game up with pointless lengthening aspects. It can be a 2-hour game and still sell, you know, simply because it's downloadable and there's still a market for that. Let me see. What I'm hoping that it's not too easy though.
Well, that's where the homing attack issue comes in.
It's not too easy to get into the special stages. I mean, because if you can, in a single playthrough, retry each special stage enough times that you're almost guaranteed to have Supersonic by the end of the game, regardless of actual skill, then, you know, that's kind of a problem to me. Because once you have, this is assuming that they, of course, include Supersonic, but if you have Supersonic by the end of the game is retardedly easy most of the time. You know what I'm saying?
Except for Death Egg Zone.
Well, Death Egg Zone, yeah, but that's because they didn't let you have any rings. And even that was actually kind of easy once you got the pattern down. Yeah.
Oh my god. You know what? I'll make a commentary on this video, because, like, of all the things you're going to complain about, especially when it hasn't even been released yet, it's only a teaser.
We have 5 seconds of gameplay footage.
You're like, oh my god, it's that classic!
Well, he has said in the comments that he's not quite knocking the gameplay yet, hasn't he? Or something to that effect?
Well, what's the point then? I mean, like, I'm not knocking the gameplay, so you're gonna bitch about trivial shit?
Well, here's what he was hoping for is something really, really nostalgic, you know.
It's it's 2D and it has the badniks, and you're running around in circles.
And it has the classic stage design with, you know, Green Hill Zone look-alike.
What isn't nostalgic about that?
With the sound of that
no
actual
spinny
physics,
feet.
Genesis level design mentality. Well, yeah, the no spinny feet is kind of jarring.
I demand spinny feet.
Game. I understand where they're coming from by being disappointed about the lack of classic Sonic character design and that sort of thing. At the same time,
it's not a big deal.
It's not a big deal, and after that initial disappointment, you should just accept it, live with it, and look forward to seeing actual gameplay footage and that stuff. You don't really need to go on a prolonged bitch fit about it, or say, as in the video description of that one, SEGA fails at 2D, when really what they fail at is nostalgia. when you boil it down, you know?
I mean, the thing you also gotta look at is, the advanced games were 2D Genesis-style mentality games, and those turned out...
Advanced 1, maybe.
Advanced 1.
Yeah.
Advanced 2 was more like the precursor to Rush, except it didn't have a boost attack.
But, you know, Advanced 1 was in the same Genesis-style mentality, and that turned out just fine with new character design.
And people think
of course, that one had the spinny feet.
Yes, it needs to have spinny feet.
Yeah, and he had spinny feet.
Although, really, I thought the spinny feet looked kind of stupid with him doing his bird run at the same time.
This game doesn't have spinny feet. It's gonna be horrible.
I was just about to say the GameSpot review was 8.8 because it doesn't have spinny feet.
No, it's a 5 because it has no spinny feet because they all have their anti-Sonic bias hats on.
Yeah.
I love how he's complaining. He's like, "Oh, this franchise is horrible. Then why are you still making the fan movie?"
Yeah. Oh, you know, this is that fan movie kind of thing reminded me. Isn't there a fan game called Sonic Megamix where the homing attack actually worked, from what I'm hearing?
I think so.
I've actually played a little bit of it. It does work. If it's like that, no problem.
Knowing SEGA, they probably saw that at some point.
Yeah. You know what? I actually heard a rumor, emphasis on rumor, that they hired people who had worked on fan games. Don't quote me on that, but if it's true, that'd actually be kind of awesome.
Well, that's kind of the rumor for Mega Man 10 as well. I mean, one of the parts of one of the levels for 10 almost looks exactly like the fan Mega Man 10.
Oh, really?
So people have been wondering what to pose up with that.
Plagiarism or clever employment? I don't know. One or the other. I'm not particularly excited about 10 because I didn't really get into 9. But
Anger Management 2, starring Rich Kuda and Danny DeVito.
What?
Huh?
Rich Kuda being the guy in the video.
Oh.
What? Why Danny DeVito?
so people
Because
are already
he's
parodying that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like I say, I understand where they're coming from. I just don't see why it's such a big bitch fest issue. You know, like there have been too many posts on the Sega forum about it by the same people, and there have and you know, reactions like that one guy are just way over the top. Really, if you're gonna rant about it, you know, do what Spax did. Make one rant about it, express your disappointment, and, you know, make sure to mention that, you know, it's its own separate issue. The gameplay is something else, you know? That's that kind of reaction I can deal with. I like that. So, you know, that's just my thought on it. We've been talking about that fan reaction for a little too long, haven't we?
Alright, well, I think we should just move on to final thoughts then. You just gave yours.
Yeah.
I guess.
Nayrman,
Very excited.
do you have anything else to say?
Well, I'll state my final thoughts, I guess. I am looking forward to it. I mean, if it plays exactly the same as the old 2D games, I really couldn't care less about, you know...
Yeah, same here.
New classic design, old design, whatever. I am disappointed about the lack of 2D sprites compared to the 3D models, but it's not a big deal as long as the gameplay stays the same. And it's probably my summer title I'm looking forward to the most, so, yeah.
Yeah,
Same here.
My final thoughts. I mean, for Christ's sake, if the game's good, I wouldn't give a shit about the sprites or the voice acting or the story, but if the game's good, who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, let's see. Anything else?
I still demand my spinny feet.
Well, okay.
Well-
besides the alright, we need more spinny feet, hopefully. But I hope the running animation's tweaked a little bit because I don't like that jogging animation that he has.
Like I've said before, that's probably not his top speed.
Yeah, it's probably not his top speed. Yeah, you're right. I hope Supersonic is playable in regular levels. You know, I hope the special stages aren't a bitch to get to. And you know what you guys already said. What's already in my mind. As long as it plays good, I really couldn't give a shit how it looks like.
My chief concern is the level design. I'm not expecting Sonic 3 and Knuckles, but I'm expecting something somewhere in the neighborhood of the Genesis games. That's what I'm hoping for, anyway. So, you know.
Well, there's my thing. If you got the balls to call it Sonic the Hedgehog 4, you got a lot to live up to.
Yes, they got boots to fill. They better boots make an admirable attempt at filling them. Well, that's all I can say.
So, in final words, Sega, don't fuck this up.
Exactly. You know, we could have just said that and had this video end 15 minutes ago.
To be fair, all their 2D games have been at least decent, you know. So, I'm not worried about it being bad so much as it not being good enough to live up to the name they put on it. And that's all I've got to say.
Alright. See y'all later.